Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Hey, welcome to Renee Box Young, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, simply talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature fashion. Definitely, you know how we do it here. You know, subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. You are all amazing, you know. Thank you guys so much, man, for tuning into the Flash Lives. You know, it's just so much fun chopping up the sport of boxing, you know, and everyone tuning in, you know, those who tune in, you know, chatting away there in the chat section, and, you know, it's just fun, man. You know, the panelists, etc., man. Those who tune into the premieres of my videos, you know what I'm saying, definitely who tune in real time. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And the playback family also, definitely, man, you know, commenting in the comment sections of the videos, opinionating, that's what I'm talking about. Organic growth here, that's what I'm talking about, man, definitely. And, you know, we just love the sport of boxing, you know. If there aren't any new listeners, if you love the sport of boxing, this is a place for you. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when I do these flash lives, so you get notified. You know what I'm saying? I know that, you know, it's been said that, and we constantly see it, you know, on different platforms and things of that nature, even in this one, you know, how some people don't get notified, but just, you know, hit the notification bell just in case, you know, so you know when I do these flash lives, so you get notified when I do these premieres, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, I appreciate you all. This is awesome, you know, I love it. So I want to talk about, you know, Robert Guerrero and Victor Ortiz. They're back. Hey. They're back in the welterweight division. I want to get my input concerning this. It's quite interesting. First and foremost, because of this, you know, it has captured my attention. I really didn't focus too much on the undercard, man, of now Pacquiao and Ugas. Okay, I haven't really focused on the undercard, even though, I mean, I talked about this a while ago. You know, ever since before it even came out on mainstream or whatever you want to call it, right? You know, my guy L-Dub, salute to L-Dub. I always give my shouts out to L-Dub, you know what I'm saying, constantly. He shot me the information concerning the undercard, concerning the co-main event, when it was Spence versus Pacquiao. Well, praying for a speedy recovery for Spence, definitely. You know, and he sent me the undercard. He sent me the prelims. My gosh, L-Dub's on it, you know what I'm saying? And I mostly talked about how unsatisfied I was. I made a video about it. Concerning Ugas versus Fabian Maidana. I wasn't with it, you know what I'm saying? You know, people may think otherwise, but I wasn't with it, okay? And interestingly enough, you know, it seems like now Ugas, you know, is actually getting a really tough competitor now in Pac-Man. You know, and that was something I was complaining about. I was like, man, you know, Ugas got to step it up in competition, though, you know? And I wasn't satisfied how it was a co-main event. Why am I saying this? Because in the undercard, we saw Ortiz and Guerrero also, and the lead up to now the main event, right? So I didn't talk about it though, but I do want to talk about it now. So, you know, why do I want to talk about it though? Like, you know, it's because, you know, these guys, man, Guerrero and Victor Ortiz, they have fought tough competition in their day, you know, in their day. Why do I say in their day? Because, you know, if I'm not mistaken, Robert Guerrero, he's like, what, 38 years old? You know, he's up there. He's up there. I don't, you know, and Victor Ortiz, I have no idea how old he is, but he looks quite young, but that's just his complexion. That's how he looks, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. However old he is, I don't know, but he's up there too. I humbly think they're not in their primes, obviously, but in their prime, in their heyday, man, when they were in the sport of boxing, you know, in their careers, they fought tough competition, man, and this is why this intrigues me. This is not necessarily a case of, now I got to make this clear, this is not necessarily a case like, you know, Oscar De La Hoya, you know, 50-year-old, whatever, however old that dude is, you know. It's not like, you know, Mike Tyson coming back, Roy Jones Jr., blah, 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 right? You know, et cetera, all these examples that we're seeing of these old guys, older, you know, I reiterate, please don't misinterpret when I say old. When I mean old, what I mean by old is old for boxing, definitely, old for boxing, man, you know what I'm saying? Silva, Anderson, whatever that dude's name is, right? Former MMA dude, now he's boxing and blah, 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 man. You know, legendary Chavez Sr., you know, all due respect. I'm not talking about that. You know, these guys aren't that old, but they're coming back. And we got to make it clear, they're not in their primes anymore, you know what I'm saying? But in their prime, though, I mean, it's not necessarily those cases, like I just explained a moment ago. You know, it's not like that with these guys, with Robert Guerrero and Victor Ortiz. It's not like that, but, you know, they're out of their prime. They're out of it, you know, as far as they're not in their prime. I mean, in their primes, though, they fought tough competition, man. I mean, I respect these guys. You know, I enjoyed their fights. They both fought Mayweather. You know, I mean, they have fought the creme of the creme in the welterweight division in their heydays. You know, what I remember concerning Victor Ortiz is just to give, you know, fresh in our memory. you know, dust off the shelves in our memory. You know what I'm saying? Go down memory lane. Victor Ortiz, man, fought Andre Berto twice. Beautiful fights, man. Those styles, man, they clashed. You know, you got to go back and see those fights. They both fought Mayweather. You know, I remember when Victor Ortiz, his jaw got broken by Josecito Lopez, if I remember correctly. You know, and, you know, they're warriors, man. I definitely appreciate it. And this fight's intriguing. That's why I'm talking about this. It's an intriguing fight, man. However, I have my doubts. Sorry, I'm drinking my little coffee here. I have my doubts, though. And what are my doubts about? That's what I want to talk about here. So let's get right to it, man. BoxingScene.com. Guerrero right here. He's saying, once, you know, link in the description, you already know. Once I got to 147, I wanted to fight Victor Ortiz. Finally here now. Now, let me just clarify something real quick. Every time I say, you know, link in the description, whatever, it's because, you know, we have to say that, I guess. It's the protocol to say in YouTube when you have a source. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, you know, Guerrero says once he got to 147, which was a long time ago, he wanted to fight Victor Ortiz. Now it's here. I personally think they could have had the opportunity to fight a long time ago, but I guess whatever the reason it was, they didn't. So whatever. You know, now they're fighting. Okay, so, but what captures my attention is this. This is what I want to talk about here. Okay, so let's go down here. We'll scroll down here. You can read everything you want there. It says here, I just want to, you know, have a focal point in this video I want to make, you know, and this is the doubt I have. You know, he says here, finally, quote, we were able to make the fight, and on a big card like this. It's a big chance for Victor and I to showcase on the undercard. It's a fight we've been eyeing for quite some time, and now it's finally here. Okay, like we just saw in the headline, right? Guerrero continues to say, he says here, the winner, okay, the winner, we'll scroll down just a tad more there. The winner of this fight goes on to bigger and better things. It's almost like a world championship fight. Whatever happens August 21st, it's going to determine the outcome of our careers. I personally think, man, I mean, that's kind of what I want to, that's the doubt I have here, you know. And let me repeat this. It says the winner of this fight goes, this is Guerrero speaking, obviously. The winner of this fight goes on to bigger and better things. It's almost like a world championship fight. Obviously, it's not, right? Whatever happens August 21st is going to determine the outcome of our careers. The outcome of our careers. I personally think, man, that, you know, the outcome of their careers has already been determined. Am I saying that they can't come back and do something great in the welterweight division? No, I'm not necessarily saying that, but when you lay the cards on the table, you know, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Like I said, these guys have fought tough competition, you know, in their heyday in the welterweight division. Do they still have it? I doubt it. And I'm talking about both of them. Victor Ortiz some time ago, man, I mean, you know, some time ago. Okay, first and foremost, Robert Guerrero, he hasn't fought in like 2 years. Victor Ortiz, he hasn't fought in like 3 years. So, I mean, that alone tells you a lot, you know what I'm saying? They haven't fought in a long time. Yeah, I understand. Sorry about the sirens in the background. You know, the city life, right? But, there we go. But I know that this can be argued. For example, Guerrero hasn't fought like 2 years. People say, yeah, but Pacquiao, you know, Pacquiao hasn't fought in 2 years. And yeah, but Pacquiao is Pacquiao. I mean, why is Pacquiao Pacquiao? Look how he lives his life. Robert Guerrero, I understand he lives a clean life too, you know what I'm saying? But I personally think that, you know, Pacquiao, I don't know, man. It's just something about Pacquiao concerning his experience, his trajectory. He's super seasoned, you know, and there's a difference there in my humble opinion. He's been out for 2 years. Victor Ortiz has been out for 3 years. It's like, you know, I remember some time ago, Victor Ortiz was talking about acting and different ventures, you know. And I just don't necessarily think, that's kind of what I'm saying here. I think the outcome of their career has already been determined. I personally don't think that they can really make a big comeback in the welterweight division, you know. And the sport of boxing in general, because I don't see them moving up or anything like that, you know. But it looks like Guerrero wants to continue. He wants to come back. I don't know if he's been inspired by these older guys coming back, and like, you know, I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance, but you got to look at the welterweight division, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows the story. I don't have to say the names. You know, the top five alone, and these prospects that are coming up. it's like, man, you got a big plate on your hands. You know what I'm saying? You got a big load to take care of here if you're really serious about it, Victor Ortiz, man, I recall when he fought Mayweather, he was doing quite well. I mean, that's something I like to point out, too. Victor Ortiz was doing quite well against Mayweather, man. But he got emotional, headbutted, and you all know the rest of the story. Maybe Victor Ortiz, I humbly think that he has more of a chance if he really wants to, come back and make, further accomplishments, accomplish other things in the sport of boxing. I think Victor Ortiz has more of a chance, But I don't know, man. I just don't see it. Another thing with Guerrero, man, his dad, his coach, you go back when Robert Guerrero fought Mayweather. Something I like to do is I really listen to the corners, okay? And I talked about this in my last live session. I talked about it in the last video. I talked about also concerning Rigondeaux's performance and Casemiro, whatever, right? You listen to the corners. That's the heart of the fight right there, the brains, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's an essential part here. A lot of people don't even listen to the corners and the trainers and why, what they're saying and the game plan and how they're directing and ordering their fighters to adjust and what to do and, do this now because the opponent's doing this. Try switching it up. Try this. And, it's simply they're bringing back what they learned in fight camp, what they worked on in fight camp, And why am I saying this? Because you just go back to this example. And why do I refer to this example? Because Guerrero, when he fought Mayweather, that was the biggest fight of his career, in my humble opinion. Okay, so in the biggest fight of Guerrero's career, okay, in between rounds, when Mayweather was really schooling him, and Mayweather doing Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. Mayweather doing his giving his immaculate performance, offensively and defensively, balancing both out. Y'all know what I mean by that. Balancing both out, both realms in the ring. Because Mayweather's a master at doing that. He was a master at doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say balancing out the offense and defense, go check out my last video with Rigondeaux, okay? I mean, yeah. All due respect to Rigo, but yeah. And why am I saying, okay, so when Mayweather was doing Mayweather, man, against Robert, in between rounds, when his dad saw desperation, you know what I'm saying? His coach, Robert's coach, respect, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't giving, strategic advice. That's another thing that makes me doubt Robert Guerrero can really, do something coming back in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? The game plan, the strategy. I mean, you just look at, generally speaking, Robert Guerrero's, his style. It's decent, but, he could have improved a lot, I think, humbly. I think he could have improved a lot. I just think that his coach limited his, the craft, limited his advanced, progress, limited his improvement in his career. That's just my humble opinion. That's all, no disrespect to his pops. And you go back and listen, it's just like, the advice that he was giving Robert in the corner when there was desperation, when Mayweather was doing Mayweather in the ring. It's just like, go beat him, go smash him, go throw blows. And, it wasn't. And if I remember correctly, he was speaking Spanish. That's what he does with his son. It's quite typical, of Latin families, where the parents, they speak Spanish to the children, the Chicanos or what have you. And, we grow up. I consider myself, because I grew up in that environment, what I'm saying, as far with family, they speak Spanish, the parents, and we respond in English or what have you. And whatever. But, his dad was kind of doing that. Go in there and punch him, translating there. Just punch him. I mean, it's like he wasn't really giving him, like, technical sound advice. And that's what you need to progress and improve. And when you look at Robert Guerrero, coming back in the welterweight division, if he's thinking, okay, if he beats Ortiz, and this is why I'm intrigued in this fight, because I want to see how they perform. Are they just coming in to pick up a check? Shouts out to Al Heyman, though. I mean, that's PBC, whatever, right? That's nice, giving these guys an opportunity. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. I like to see these kind of things. People, hand being reached out. Hey, come back and box. You know, I don't know what they were saying in the background. I don't know, whatever. But it's a great opportunity. And this is a great fight. It's a nice fight. It's an intriguing matchup, man, stylistically. I think it's going to serve for fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a nice fight. It's going to be a nice fight. Am I too excited about it? Not necessarily, but I'm intrigued, though, for the things I'm saying in this video. You know, the trajectory, the guys that they have fought, the matchups, the wars, they got heart, you know. They go in there and give it their all, and I respect that, definitely. But can you know, Robert, with his style and limited, you know, improvement because of his corner, in my humble opinion, can he make it with if he beats Victor? Can he make it like with these other guys in the welterweight division right now? I just don't think so, man. I think Victor has more of a chance, which is why I'm quite intrigued on how they're going to perform, man. I think Victor's going to win, man. That's kind of what I think here, but we'll see. I'm really intrigued. We haven't seen them fight in years. We'll see how they come back. Are they just coming for a check? Or are they serious about it? I haven't really heard anything on Victor Ortiz's part, but it seems like Robert, he's the one that really wants to like come back and be active. I just don't think he'll make it too far in the welterweight division, man. Maybe with the Josecito Lopez's, with, you know, that type of level. I think Micah Garcia beats Robert. I think, you know, that's just my humble opinion, man. I mean, he would be in the level of fighting, you know, the Jesse Vargas's, and you know what I mean, in the welterweight division. I think the top 5 beat him. Stanionis, Porter, all these guys, man. I just, you know, Ennis, even Virgil Ortiz possibly. You know, it's an interesting mix, though, for these guys. But I just don't. You know, I think Victor Ortiz would have more of an opportunity of doing actually something, giving these guys a competitive challenge. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be interesting, though. I really want to see what's going to happen. What do you guys think, man? Go ahead and comment in the comment section. You know, do you think that Robert can really do something, or vice versa, Victor? If he wins, that's why I want to see. I want to see how they perform. I want to see how they, you know, the speed. I want to see the power. I want to see, you know, the craft. If it's sharp. If so, I might change my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I lean towards Victor Ortiz. And generally speaking, when they fight, I think Victor will get the dub. You know, I think he'll get the win, and he possibly has more of a future in the welterweight division and in boxing in general. But we'll see, man. I wish the best for that man, Renee Boxyoung. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support. Comment in the comment section. You know, Playback family. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead and comment in the comment section. What do you think about this? Renee Boxyoung. Stay safe. Peace out, fam.